Welcome back to Q-Dads, guys. I'm Ben, and Netflix has just dropped Season 1 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, a live-action remake of the 2005 animated show with the same name. It's about people who can control the elements, and The Last Airbender is tasked with becoming a master of all four elements, known as the Avatar, in order to stop the Fire Nation taking over. And if you haven't seen the animated show or the 2010 movie, don't worry, as we're mostly going to follow this from a TV series point of view and break down some of these enjoyable details for you and that one spine-tingling CGI moment. I'm going to give you a quick recap of the first episode before discussing some of the bigger talking points like the CGI elements and also the chosen actor choices. The show starts with the Fire Nation chasing down an Earthbender, all part of the grander plan to distract everyone and pull the focus away from their upcoming attack. We meet Aang, who is told that he has been destined to become the next Avatar, a master of all four elements, and bring harmony to the world. The Fire Nation naturally doesn't agree and attacks the Airbenders' temple, wiping out all the Airbenders whilst Aang gets lost in a storm and freezes himself for 100 years, along with his Sky Bison Appa. We then meet Katara and Sokka from the Water Tribe as they look after all the residents of Wolf Cove. They stumble across Aang and free him from the ice, starting their adventure with the Avatar. The relationship between these three is fantastic to see on screen and fully revitalises the charm from the animated series.
Sky Bison. Sky Bison.
Repeating it doesn't help.
This is something that I'm going to be looking forward to for the rest of the series. A great detail here worth mentioning is that Gran Gran actually gives us the full audio to the opening from the original animated series.
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
It's good to hear them do this, because at first I thought they'd missed it completely due to the live action series starting in a different way. We then meet Prince Zuko, who harnesses his power as he heads for Aang. He ends up confronting Sokka and the Water Tribe, and as a result, Aang willingly goes with them. Now, the bizarre thing about this scene was the children throwing rocks at Zuko. They seemed to almost scare them off, and if they didn't have fire powers, probably would have worked as well. I don't know, is it just me, but it just seemed weird to watch. Despite all the power that Zuko's forces are supposed to have, rocks thrown by children just seemed a little bit weird to watch. Sokka and Katara go to rescue Aang, who has already managed to escape. And then the three of them head to the Air Temple and decide to help Aang become the master of all four elements and truly become the Avatar. Now, overall, it was nice to watch this first episode, purely on the nostalgia element for me. It brought back a lot of memories for both me and Steve from our youth. It was very similar to the series from what I can remember, and a lot of characters seem to resemble the animated versions quite well. I think the cast choice was good, especially with our four main characters. Gordon Cormier really brings Aang's character to life with his bubbly characteristics. And Dallas Liu seems to have been made for the role of Prince Zuko. And I don't actually think I have any problems with the character choices for this series. Oh, and the humour brought by Sokka is absolutely brilliant.
Strange glowy iceberg just exploded and left behind a mysterious little bald person. What part of that makes you think, great, let's bring him home?
Overall, I don't think it was that bad. The way they use the elements is believable, and the integration with the martial arts does do it for me. But my only bugbear is that they made the wind quite blurry, which at times is very noticeable. For me, this was quite off-putting to watch, and at times made me wish they had done a little less at times and focused more on the fighting, as my attention was brought to this more than the scene itself. But for the sake of the series, I'm willing to let it slide. But not that final moment where Aang lets his full powers take over. Now, to me, this looked pretty awful, and I question what they were actually thinking. It honestly looked like some kind of ragdoll to me, which was not good and let the whole episode down. All the intricate detail in his arrow and the fur on Appa was wasted, because now my focus is only on this scene. Despite knowing the story already and ignoring a few cringe-worthy special effects, I actually don't think this was bad. I really enjoyed watching it, and I felt that they told the lore of the show and the interaction of the characters were done in a refreshing and light-hearted way. Overall, Netflix has done well, And considering their last live action adaptation, One Piece, did well, I expect the same for this too. Nothing like those poor attempts at Death Note and Cowboy Bebop. But it's not all about me, so let me know in the comments what your thoughts were on the series. Did you enjoy the CGI, or am I just overreacting? And what favourite character of yours did you enjoy being brought to life in live action? So join me and Steve in a few days as we'll be dropping an ending explained. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time with something new.